Well, as expected, the government announced the biggest shake-up to welfare system in a generation, as it hopes to shave $5 billion off the welfare budget.
Our campaigners, such as Baroness Tanni Grey-Thompson, from whom we just heard, say the proposed cuts will force disabled people into poverty. Minister for Social Security, morning to you.
Good morning.
Jackie Darlington, who currently receives the lower rate of PIP, says she thinks she's going to lose out, and she's not even sure if her son, Joshua, who has Down syndrome and limited communication skills, cannot work. She's not even sure if he's guaranteed to continue receiving PIP. Why can't you tell people right now who are still so anxious about the cuts what's going to happen to their benefits?
Well, sorry to interrupt you. That's all very general strategy, and what people who are on these benefits needed to hear yesterday was the detail, and they didn't get it. And their anxiety continues. They were hoping, at least yesterday, for some kind of closure over their fears, but they haven't got it. Why couldn't you have been clearer about what this is going to mean to people?
Can I just establish then, in these two particular cases, Jackie's son Joshua will never be able to work. He gets PIP. Will it be cut?
You yourself, 15 years ago, were the target of a homicidal knife attack at your MP's surgery, which you just about managed to survive. We'll come on to that in a second for reasons which we'll explain. But in the meantime, based on that, can we ask you what your position is on these young killers who are being allowed access to phones and the internet when they're in young people's institutions or in prison? We had the mother of a 16-year-old boy, Matt Dixon, on the show with us earlier. A very, very moving interview. Her son was stabbed to death, and her killer has since been posting absolutely disgusting rap lyrics online, explicitly glorifying and boasting about the attack on that day. But the prison service will not tell Max's mother how that happened or if the killer is going to be punished. They won't even speak to her. What's your position on that?
Glad you said that, because I had a conversation with Max's mum, Leanne, after her interview on air, and I did say that you would take, I suspected you would take an interest and help us investigate this story. The spokesperson for Prisons and Probation said, "We work with the police to investigate and remove harmful content and punish any offender who is caught using a phone or social media in prison, including with extra time behind bars." So there are two issues here. Firstly, how the offender was able to get a phone and access to social media in prison, and she wants an answer to that, and none has so far been forthcoming directly to her. And the second is, she feels like this shows the killer has no remorse, even though, of course, they're behind bars, you know, for the offence of murder, and there is a minimum term of 23 years. But she says this is adding insult to injury. Why is she having to report, and other people having to report this to the prison? Why isn't monitoring being done? And also, please help her understand whether and how long the punishment, the extra time, might be. And so can we reassure her that you will take that up?
Certainly do that, and we ourselves on this programme will be contacting the prison service today to try and get some answers out of them, because it's clearly unacceptable, isn't it? Can we ask you, how are you doing 15 years on from this terrible event when you were at your surgery just after the election and this woman stabbed you, I think, twice in the stomach? She's now in prison, due to come out quite soon. How are you managing? I understand, because you've said this publicly, that your intention is to go and see the woman who attacked you, because you say you want to forgive her, but you can't forgive her until you've had some kind of dialogue. How do you feel about the prospect of her imminent release? We seem to be in an era, don't we, a new era of homicidal attacks on our MPs. Are you satisfied with the level of security that people like you have?
Tim, we appreciate your time this morning and sharing that with us. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.